Hi, so one of our first stops here is Benicia, which is close to where we live. It's the next town over, so we live in South Vallejo, and just south of that is Benicia. It's a well-to-do area, and there's one particular house here that does a light show, usually to, sorry, there's traffic, usually to Disney-themed, but a whole light show that's choreographed, and they used to live in our court, and then they moved to Benicia. So we were going to that, and as we were passing by, I saw this house that was great, and turns out there's about 3 here. So we're gonna take a look at those, and I will put the details of what street we're on so people can find it later. Let's look. So how great is this? These people have done a sensational job. It doesn't come up quite as well on film as it does live, but let me walk a little closer, because the detail is just great. I don't know if this is just, yeah, I think this is just netted lights, but it looks brilliant. It says Joy. So no choreographed lights here. This is just a regular house somebody's done. Lights going up the path. They've got lights at the top of their house too. Like, that's a lot of detail to do, and I noticed that with one other. Lots of figures here, the soldiers, and right down here we've got a whole bunch of little Christmas trees. This is inspiring, the way they sparkle. That's just great. What do you think, honey? Move a little closer, I'll get Andy for scale. There's Andy for scale. I saw Andy for scale. Here we go.
Awesome.
It really is awesome. They've done a great job. And even this tree over here, they've got a netted tree over there. I mean, if any...
I love the big bows in the windows.
I do too, and look at the Mickey Mouse on top of the...
Oh, yeah.
And then there's, oh, this huge wreath. This is a Costco wreath. I've seen that. I so wanted it. It's so nice.
Yeah.
And then
real cool.
The bows in the windows are very cool, so that's inspiring. And they've also got lights around the windows. So that is house number 1. I'm just gonna cross back this way without falling over or getting hit by a car. and there again, that's the whole outlook. Now we'll go to the next one. So Andy for scale again, and I'll get that because it's red and green. There is a helicopter flying over. This is not the quietest area, which is funny because Benicia's pretty quiet. So on the tree here, they've got a whole bunch of lights around the trunk of this huge tree. Sorry, we'll see how good my iPhone is in the dark because I'm only using an iPhone to do this. And then they've got some candy canes, right? So this isn't super special, but it's right across from the super special one. And, you know, it's a valiant effort. They've done some good stuff. Again, they've got the lights at the top of the house. They've got their bushes decorated and a candle and a wreath on the door, a couple other things. So that's house number 2. Now we're gonna walk down to 3 and 4, which are all right in the same area. So Andy says he likes this house. I'm not sure why. Some of their lights are out, but they got the palm tree, which makes it kind of tropical. And again, it's a valiant effort. They've sort of spread these around a lot. And in addition to these houses, we can see one off in the distance that's really good. So we're gonna go down there. We're gonna drive down there, but off in the distance, you can just see all this brightness.
This one here has an airplane and the propeller works.
Where? Here?
Right here.
Oh, okay. Because this we could see from the road, from the main road where you come into this housing development on the other side. And they've got, not only do they have all the lights framing the roof of the house, which is a lot of work, right? But they've also got the same thing on a huge fence that runs along the back of their property. And here are the toys that Andy was talking about. The lit up Merry Christmas truck with the tree on it. Oh, this is cute. I'd have one of those if we could find it. North Pole Airlines with an actual working propeller. That's so cute. All right, let me back up a little bit again without hurting
Back at the first house, and you'll really appreciate it.
Okay. try to do this again without getting myself hit by a car. So there is that house. It doesn't look like as much in the film, but the lights on the top, on the roof of the house, are really bright. So that's really nice. And then if we look back this way, you can see from whence we came. And if we look, as Andy said, that's the first house that we saw. With all the lights. So that's pretty neat. Okay, now we're gonna drive down the hill to the other house, and then we'll go to our friend's house that has the choreography and see what we can make of that. So this is a good effort too. Again, this is not choreographed, so these are just regular people's houses who kind of get into the spirit. And what they've done here is they haven't bothered with anything up the top, right? Because that's the hard part. But what they have done, and let's start at the little end here, is they've got a lot of stuff. Oh, they even have a letter. They even have a letters for Santa box. How cute! And then their mailbox. It's decorated with lights. We got some reindeer behind there. They have they have this arch over their they've got this arch over their garage. That's great. You can hear Andy in the background. He's taking some video too. We've got the Santa's workshop. We've got some stuff here. Another reindeer. This reindeer, yeah, he moves. So check this out. His head moves. That's cool. And they have a Merry Christmas in their window up there, but it's not lit up for some reason. This is a nice touch right here. So I like what they've done there with all the different colors. We have a lot to live up to here. And then we've got all of our presents, all of our snowflakes and ornaments, and then a big flashing Christmas tree here. And then we've got some more. There's another deer there. His head is moving too. So we've got 2 deer with moving heads. That's pretty cool. Wow. So from this angle, it looks great, doesn't it? That looks really great. This next one is our former neighbors and friends, John and Amy. They moved here to Benicia, and this is on Knight Avenue, I believe it's called. Let me give you a better look at it. I'm not gonna, it does sync to music. I'm not gonna do that because it's, I'm sure, copyrighted. I know they used to have a Disney theme. I think they've got something a bit more generic now, but let's go take a look.